Warrington, and we want to pass on a get well soon message right now to a massive Bradford Bulls supporter, young Nicole Bowers, who is watching from her hospital bed tonight after undergoing serious operation this week. The first thing she said, apparently, when she came round after the operation was, will I be able to go to the Warrington game on Saturday night? Well, needless to say, she isn't here, but she is watching and wearing the signed jersey that the Bulls gave her this week. The club want us to say, get well soon, Nicole, and get back to Odsal as quickly as possible, because your team needs you, and they need something fairly special at the start of this second half. And Warrington were hoping that Lee Breers would be able to return at the start of the second half, and indeed he is. He's out there.
It's a huge boost as well, and the coach Tony Smith will be fully aware that I'm not saying that Richard Myler and Stefan Ratchford didn't do a good job in that first 40. That guy did. The man that's offloaded, he's been here, there and everywhere as Mickey Hyam.
This is Chris Hill disappearing under the first challenge for him, and I'd like to, hang on, here comes Richie Myler, forward pass.
He's got it right. Thierry Alibert has got it absolutely spot on. It was just a touch forward from Mickey Hyam, and you can see the position of his hands and the arms are going in the forward direction. He just shakes his head and said it was pretty close.
Just while this scrum packs down, quick apology again about some sound problems we've had yet again tonight. We had some apparently last night during half-time. We've had some at the start of the match tonight. We apologise for that, obviously, but hopefully everything is A-OK now and you can hear us. Crisp as usual, crisp and clean, but apparently it was just a little bit woolly early on.
Lack of concentration out wide by Chris Bridge. He jumped the gun a touch early. You can see there he tried to pull it back, but there was two right on the right-hand side of the official. Now it needs a big boost now for Bradford. They really have to get points on the board early, because they did that at the start of the game, and it rocked the opposition, and it was nearly through.
It nearly was. A little dummy from Ben Jeffries. Here's Heath Lestrange, now Jamie Langley. That's 3 gone. This set of 6. Lestrange once again, Jeffries looking right, coming right with Carney, going back left though, and harassing defence from Warrington. Good stuff there from Myler and Wood. And Carney is injured in that collision. Jeffries again, another drop of the shoulder, up the middle he goes. That's the last one. 2.5 minutes of the second half gone, all Bradford. Can they turn it into something that was played at? And it's play on, because here goes Ryan Atkins, and Ryan Atkins is really quick these days. Has he got the pace? Oh, well, Riley came across and obstructed then.
What on earth has he done that for?
Riley came across, obstructed as the chaser was on, and Atkins, he goes over underneath the sticks, but I think this has got to be chalked out, hasn't it?
Well, it has to be, mainly due to the fact, but why on earth did Chris Riley do that?
Well, hold on a second, you got to have a check first. Chris Riley, has he changed his run?
Well, he's looked over his shoulder and he saw the man coming.
But he's running in a straight line, hoping for a pass.
You know as well as I do, he's not running in a straight line hoping for a pass.
To me, it looks deliberate. It slows down.
The slowing down might be a problem. You're right, Steve.
I think it's deliberate by Chris Riley. He didn't have to, because
he's looking at the grounding for Atkins. This could be the 100th try for Ryan Atkins, and a real boost at the start of the second half for Atkins. It's going to be given this, and it is given to Warrington. Well, I've talked many times about blocking players as they have chased kicks downfield. That, to me, was a deliberate ploy by Riley. Obviously, it's okay in the rules. He's slowed down. He's been used as a shield, though, by Atkins.
I'm with you, Eddie. It wasn't the best kick away. He got the ricochet. He didn't go back to see whether the ricochet was Atkins in front, but as soon as he slows down here, now that to me is deliberate. And that has surprised me. Ben Thaler, the video referee, said it was A-OK.
Well, in the strict sense of the word, Steve-O, it is, because as Phil says, he's not changed direction. he has slowed down. Bridge adds the extras. He slowed down to prevent the man tackling him.
Eddie, I think he slowed down thinking, I'm in the way here.
Yeah,
I don't think he would do that. It's not American football.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I don't think Chris Riley would do that.
Look at him. He looks over his shoulder.
He looks at him beforehand.
It's not in the spirit of the game, in my opinion.
I'm with you, Eddie. It's not often I agree, but I'm with you.
That try highlights a problem for Bradford. Ben Jeffries played the ball. The responsibility was given to Jared Salmon to kick the ball in the last tackle. He's put a poor kick in that bounced up into the hands of Ryan Atkins, and they've scored a try from it. Problem for Bradford is Ben Jeffries, if he's get caught or not available to kick the ball, they look devoid of options. They've got to sort that out, both in attacking kicks and defensive kicks.
Yeah, it was a problem, Brian, because, as you say, it was Jeffries that had to get up and play the ball, so he couldn't jump in. Someone should have taken that responsibility instead of getting the ball out wide to Samet.
The thing is, had that been a different situation, and Riley would have collided with a player coming forward, he had been deemed then to be used as a shepherd, wouldn't he? Well,
he was behind the man with the ball, so he couldn't.
I know, but you know what to say. If you turn it on its head and think of it as in a different way, it's the similar. Anyway, it's too late now. It's on the board.
It's on the scoreboard, isn't it?
But I just think, in the spirit of the game, it's not right.
Yeah, it's. I must say that Bradford, they have had not the rub of the green so far. 2 tries turned down. One obviously had to be turned down.
And a significant swing, Steve, on the scoreboard in this game, either side of half-time. Bradford need to get themselves back into it. They got to get results when they get down near the Warrington line. I think Warrington can afford to blow chances. They'll create enough to score and go and finish this game. Bradford, when they get down near the Warrington line, will need to take nearly 90% of the chances that they have.
Well, 6 to go here for Bradford, and what were we talking about during half-time and just before half-time? Here's a penalty now for the Bradford Bulls. There's the 6 to go. Now there's a penalty for Bradford. We were talking about great side scoring before and immediately after half-time. Warrington are a great side. They've done that with Hyam. They've done it with Atkins. And 2 tries either side of half-time have swung the game their way.
Certainly has, but when you've got a 10-point lead, Eddie, and you've got the likes of Lee Breers out there, Richard Myler there, and Mickey Hyam was playing out of his skin, they can control the game. They normally have a good kicking game, but it has been poor kicking on 2 occasions that has led to the downfall for Bradford so far.
Now Jeffries sees a hole and goes through it, but Hyam and Blythe get him down. Lestrange, Phil Joseph slips on the muddy surface. And a penalty here because there were hands in by Waterhouse.
Well, he's got that exactly right. Trent Waterhouse has wrapped his hands around the last minute. There's no need to do that. He'll look back at that and be a little bit disappointed with himself. The tackle was finished and just took the option to try and wrap him up a little further and slow him down. And Thierry Albert was right in the right spot to make that decision.
Well, 3 penalties in a row at the start of the second half for Bradford, but the try for Warrington, and here is Elliot Whitehead. 4 are there to halt him and push him back.
Great work by Myler, came off that line so quickly.
Langley again, but Warrington, they're offering them the opportunity to try and run round the big men. Bradford are taking that, and Warrington are standing up to the task brilliantly. So close. Joseph, here's Jeffries. Flat pass and nowhere to go. Oh, he gets the ball away, smuggles it back to Heath Lestrange. Oh, Joseph.
The shocker. You know, Heath Lestrange has a habit of doing that, and that's passing the ball without looking at where the ball's going to. He tries to think that he's actually going to kid the opposition, and you can see there, it's more important to make sure that the pass is good. You can't put all the blame on this fella. It wasn't a good pass.
I think Warrington have been very lucky here tonight, both with some of the tries they've scored and some of the tries that the Bulls have had disallowed. But their goal line defence has been impressive. And defending near there where the Bulls were pressing out. I think Richard Myler alone, you spoke about it, Mike, he alone has saved 2 tries, one in the first half, one in the second. You know, for a little man, he gets off his try line, he's aggressive, he tries to be big and stop the man getting over the try line.
And there's something in that. We saw Warrington take on Huddersfield, and Richie Myler was targeted and run over near the try line, trying to make a shot. He's now changed his game. He's trying to wrap onto the ball and letting the man take him over the try line and finishing underneath the ball, stopping the try that way. It's a smart move by Richie Myler's halfback.
Frustration here for Bradford.
It certainly is. They didn't get themselves sorted out, and well, Carvel just completely lost it. It was Manu Kafua that made the error. And it's big problems out wide on that wing as well. Chris Riley is not at 100%. He's limping badly on this near side wing.
This is Chris Hill.
Well, they've gone through
a tremendous run from him, but look, Riley is limping as well. This win, if it is going to be a win, will come at a cost for Warrington, maybe.
Certainly is. A lot of them are out there carrying injuries. Lee Breers can't be 100%.
Here's Wood. Trojan stint in the front row from Paul Wood. Breers. Myler. He's been big in defence. He's now trying to be massive in attack. Hyam. And Breers. High kick. Brilliantly claimed by Monaghan. Oh, and Matty Blythe just knocked it forward. What a shame. That would have been a cracking try.
Certainly was. Monaghan could not just get a hand to it. Beautiful kick, wasn't it, from Breers? Monaghan got it and then flicked it away. Blythe couldn't get there. Now it's got to be concentration now from Warrington. Make sure they do not give a penalty away. Again, great work by the hooker, Mickey Hyam. What a match this guy's having.
Are Bradford willing to go set for set with the Warrington Wolves tonight? That's the question that Mick Potter will want answered. Are they prepared to stick in there, hang in this game, get to the kick, try and pin Warrington down, put pressure on them coming off their own line, and be patient? The tries maybe will come in the last 10 minutes.
Great kick this. This will stand. That's a great kick. And Ratchford does well, to be fair. Kia held on to his leg. Riley.
Well, he's done well, Riley.
Injured.
He was limping about 30 seconds ago. They're up in the tempo now in defence, Bradford, and rightly so. It was a great kick. Well, they often say, Eddie, that Lady Luck evens itself out during the course of 80 minutes, and I have to say that the Wolves have had most of that. There's a chance of a turnaround, only 10 points deficit.
They have to be the next to score, in my opinion. They have to be, and I think there's great spirit being shown by them. They're in this here, and they're fighting for their lives here. But the quality of the kicks, it's meaning that whenever Bradford get possession, well, they almost can't see the try line that they're aiming to get to. They're so far from it.
Well, this will show us the difference between the two sides. Bradford's last kick was excellent and pinned Warrington in the corner. Warrington were able to defend them down there. Well, Bradford were able to defend them. Can the opposite happen now? Can Warrington keep Bradford down here, or can Bradford make some good meters?
Doing their best, Lestrange. And live matches next week. We'll see both these two sides again. Warrington at Leeds on Friday. Sky Sports 1 HD, 7:30, and same channel at 5 for Hull KR and Bradford.
High shot there, and he raises the arm as Matty Blythe to the referee, but he raised his arm a little bit earlier, and that's the reason why the penalty. Lack of concentration at times from Warrington in defence. We saw 2 silly penalties given away by Trent Waterhouse. Now it's Matty Blythe's turn.
Every winning team needs a player with some class, and this is the time here now for Bradford to show a player or a combination of players to find some class. They'll need it to break through Warrington's defence, which is strong again tonight. But in this set or soon, Eddie, I think they need to get across that line.
Well, Manu Kafua took the first tackle there. Here is Lestrange. He's found Jeffries. And now it's Beckman. It's good defence from Warrington, though, isn't it? They're having the devil's own John breaking them down.
Oh, time. I'm sorry. That is stupid from Chris Bridge. And as far as I'm concerned, that should be a red card. It may be a reaction, who cares? But watch this. That is send-off time. No doubt in my book. I'm not the official.
He's given a penalty.
Well, luckily it's only in the chest, but it could have been the jaw.
It's anything but a flop, and that's what he signalled, a flop.
Well, what on earth is the touch judge doing on that far side? A flop? Watch this. He does a great tackle.
Keep it down! Come on, boys!
Well, if that's going to be part and parcel of our game, it's about time the officials at the Rugby Football League get it sorted out.
He's a lucky boy there.
Well, we might hear more about that next week because...
he should be off, Eddie. He should not be on the field of play.
Well, that's your opinion. It's not the opinion of the touch judge or the referee.
And
the disciplinary committee can have a look at that next week, and they probably will. That's all I'm saying. Chances here for Whitehead. Passes it inside to Michael Platt.
Solid, isn't it? Very solid. They do work hard for each other. The Warrington defence.
There's that man Jeffries played at. 6 to go. He wipes the tackle count clean because Langley has got the ball back for Bradford. They must score here to have any chance, Bradford. Warrington defending tigerishly as they have done all night. Lestrange, Langley, look at them. 4 men hunting the runner with the ball.
Lestrange, will he throw the dummy go on his own? Will he use the post? No, he's gone out wide.
Michael Platt seemed to lose concentration there. There was a hole if he'd been in the right time and the right place.
Kopchak got the ball in field. Oh, there was a fumble there on the floor. It was lost, I'm sure it was. It is.
Definitely lost it.
And Warrington celebrate more great defence. And Mick Potter is frustrated.
Well, the little turn-up play, wasn't it, when Elliot Whitehead passed it back to Jared Sammut, was the chance, the tiny hole that Warrington allowed in their defensive line, but they weren't there to capitalise on it. They couldn't turn it into points. You know, whenever you watch this Warrington side, if you watch them for long enough, that when they defend for so long on their own line, sooner or later, Eddie, there's that breakaway strike.
Well, they celebrated that defence there with consecutive sets as much as they celebrated the try at the start of this second half from Ryan Atkins.
You're right, Eddie. It was great work by Gareth Carvel.
Well, now they're all after Atkins. They're all after Chris Bridge now. That's not played out properly.
That's going to be... Oh, he's given the penalty the other way. They interfere well.
He's given offside.
You know, what's quite remarkable, Eddie, just to sum up really how well Bradford have attacked and how well Warrington have had to defend, they've had 23 play the balls inside their opponent's 20-metre line. They've been on the Warrington line, pushing at it, but haven't been able to score. This is the first time in the second half that Warrington have been at this end of the field.
I have to say that Thierry Alibert was spot on with that. They were all offside, Bradford.
He's got to be careful, the official, because this could just erupt.
Here's Atkins. Atkins keeps the legs going, trying to get a couple more metres towards the Bradford line. Will play it here now to Hyam. Hyam then to Myler, turns the attack around the other way. Carvel gets the ball away, straight to Jeffries. The referee's shouting to Jeffries to play on, which he does. He went through the legs. He went through the legs of Paul Wood.
Well, I don't know whether Jeffries could understand the broken English from the Frenchman Thierry Alibert, but it took him a while for it to just say, carry on, son, carry on.
Well, there's Lulia, but there's the pass to Jeffries, and then play on, says the referee.
I'm just wondering when Mick Potter will perhaps make the decision to throw back into the fray Matt Diskin.
Okay, kick all along the deck, finds touch. I think that was Samet.
It was.
Potter, the Bradford coach, knows his men haven't won at home since the 4th of September, and they beat the Crusaders. Tony Smith knows his team has been in a real battle here. Diskin, no sign of him shedding the coat yet to come back on. Ready to, obviously, if needed.
Come on, Gareth.
Well, it's a specialist at poaching a try near to the position line, so
Come on, Izzy.
it won't be long before Potter makes that decision. And another great effort from Mickey Hyam, as most of the hookers these days, they pack into the scrum at the loose forward, mainly due to the fact that most coaches feel that the hooker is the best pair of hands.
That's good stuff from Bradford.
Eddie, this defence and this performance from Bradford would beat many teams in Super League. They've really turned it around from those performances, what we referred to, the ones against Catalan and the ones against Wigan. This is a different Bradford side. They're playing tough tonight.
That's a great run. Myler, and asking for the penalty. Well, it's all like a dog's hind leg, the defensive line, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that was all brought about by the fact that Richard Myler, a good run through it, wanted to get on with it and play the ball, tried to milk it. Academy Award, didn't get it, got it eventually, but offside.
Approaching the hour mark here, and Warrington with a 10-point advantage. It's very similar to last night, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is where Warrington will just settle themselves down. They don't have to chase.
Morley's back out.
They've got that 10-point lead.
Come on, John.
They can just control the game from here on in.
Myler to Waterhouse, stepping through, and I think momentum might easily have taken him home here, and the referee gives the try without reference upstairs. Trent Waterhouse. The muddy ground certainly helped him, and they're questioning it with the referee, but I think I've just heard him say to the Bradford defenders, no, he was on the line. And Trent Waterhouse, the former Penrith Panther, who played in the 2004 World Club Challenge for them against the Bradford Bulls, has come up with his second try of the campaign.
Just sheer power, simple as that. Basic try, kept the ball carrying arm up in the air, that was sufficient. Myler feeds him, nothing they could do about it. Jeffries tried his damnedest, but sheer weight and strength, that was a great effort, wasn't it? No doubt in the mind of the official that the ball carrying arm went anywhere near the deck. And the former Australian star, Waterhouse, has repaid the faith of Warrington, bringing him over here. They add the extra two.
It's Bridge, with boos ringing in his ears, and he puts that right to the back of his mind, adds the extras. Warrington take what looks like a stranglehold on the match, 22-6. They're going to be clear leaders. They're going to increase the lead at the top of the table tonight.
Simple, basic rugby league football against a side that perhaps is tiring now. They're being stretched and confused with a few of the decisions. It's certainly rattled them. This is the difference between the two sides in many ways, is that you can understand the professionalism that Warrington, they do display.
And Steve, we know they've got the ability to kick on now, and this is where Bradford have to dig deep and find reserves. 22-6 now. This could go out to 42-6 in the blink of an eye. Bradford have got to fight with everything they've got to ensure that that doesn't happen.
I notice Tyrone McCarthy is out there for the Warrington Wolves, and also Tom Burgess is out there for the Bradford Bulls, both in wearing 21. There's Burgess, he just missed that tackle on Ratchford, who goes on hands and knees as far as Diskin. Here's Breers, finds Myler. Myler knocks the ball on. Clattered as he received it at exactly the same time.
He's had a big rate cross on this one, and Lee Breers will not get a pat on the back from his half-back partner Richard Myler. It was crunch time, wasn't it?
When he's on.
Seems to have recovered though, Breers, doesn't he, from the bang in the ribs that he received.
And that's the reason why Tony Smith, the coach, would be quite happy with having him out there. You know, you get a convincing lead like this, and he knows that he's got the nous in Lee Breers to just control it, and take them over and let the big forwards sort of bang them up down the field and just utilise the kick and chase game.
Jeffries just on the halfway line, grounded by those two. McCarthy.
He's been very good tonight, Ben Jeffries. He's decided to run the ball, take this Warrington line on, and he's got through the line a couple of times. Been very impressed with him in attack.
Tell you what, Tyrone McCarthy has got the beard of Super League, that's for sure. There he is. They're asking for a knock on here.
Well, I'm not so sure that Brett Carney is 100%. He got hammered. A little bit more than the inside pass from Breers to Myler. Myler did at least get up quickly. Bang. Mickey Hyam picked him out. Bang, straight to the ground. He's done everything, hasn't he, tonight? Hyam. Here, there and everywhere.
You got a belt off McCarthy as well. Perfectly legal.
Yeah, that's accidental. Yeah.
It's getting to that point where the Bradford Bulls realise they've got to do something a little bit different. Maybe the alternate angle run, chip over the top.
Carney looks as though he's in a bit of strife here. Let's just remind you that you can see all the tries from this weekend in the Stobart Super League. 10 o'clock, Sky Sports 2 HD. Super League full-time is the programme. The first look at all the tries scored this weekend. And next Thursday at 6 on Sky Sports 2 HD, Super League Supermen, Paul Wellens will be Brian's guest.
Yes? Yeah.
Then we start, of course, another weekend of Super League action for you, with Leeds and Warrington on Friday night.
Come on, guys.
That's a match to savour, a match to look forward to.
It's all go, isn't it?
Yeah,
Been a great season so far.
It's a great example of the medical staff having to make a very tough decision. They have to make a quick assessment there. They aren't given long, are they, on the field to decide, is this player fit and safe to carry on? And the physio and doctor there by his side have made that call and brought him from the field for his own safety.
I think you can see quite clearly that he's not with us.
So Lestrange immediately comes back on.
Interesting to see, will they drop Platt back to full back? I suppose they'll have to, really.
Both sides have suffered injury disruption tonight, haven't they? That's a
Oh,
charge
that's a
down
great
by
traffic.
McCarthy.
He won't get it, will he? No, it's split. He slides in. It was a brave effort, wasn't it? Tyrone McCarthy charged down.
It's a great beard, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Never mind the beard, what's on top of his head?
Yeah, the little, is it a tint that they call it these days? I don't know much about
Quicker, come
hair.
on, guys. Come on, guys.
No doubt about it. That's got it correct on
Stay
this
tight.
occasion.
Must be awful for Steve-O to see a man with so much facial hair. Such jealousy.
I'll tell you what's impressive here for the Bradford side. The fact that here now, you know, that they need to score 3 times, 15 minutes or so to go. But there's still a spirit here. They might not come back to win this game, but they're showing enough here to show that they're going to be a competitive side this season. Played 1-2 and lost 2 so far. They might not win here, but they're definitely a threat in 2012.
Knock on is given against Tom Burgess.
Yeah. Tom Burgess just lost control of that.
Time off. Don't throw the ball.
Well, Mickey Hyam,
yeah.
the hands were in there.
Well, we have the benefit of the action replay, of course. The officials don't.
He looks a bit sheepish, doesn't he, Mickey?
Yeah.
Stay tight.
He's been the catalyst, hasn't he? He's been absolutely wonderful tonight as a hooker. And getting back to your question in regard to hair, admiration, not jealousy.
Second. Move, Marcus.
Yeah, there's your mate.
Quicker, Michael.
Well, 22-6, quarter of an hour remaining to Warrington. Looks like it's theirs to lose now. Bradford's to win, of course. But it would be a massive effort in the last 15 minutes. Carvel.
It would, Eddie. And
they've just never really threatened the Warrington line enough, have they?
They've been pretty one-dimensional when they've tried to attack the Warrington line. Phil's statistics were showing that they've had plenty of play the balls down near the Warrington line. Safely pouched there on that occasion. Good take. They've had plenty of play the balls down near the Warrington line, just haven't been adventurous enough with the ball or smart enough when attacking. And apart from Ben Jeffries kicking on the last, which has been their best weapon, they haven't looked sharp enough on that end of the field. They have been very, very good in defence and tenacious, despite the fact that they've conceded 22 points.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with this. They won't be disappointed with this decision because Warrington were clearly offside.
Yeah, at least 4.
Come on, guys! We're at 10!
To agree with Phil that this is a marked improvement from the Bradford side. I know they were quite impressive last week for the second half against Wakefield, but when you take into account that Lady Luck seems to have deserted them at times, and it's all about taking your opportunities, and full credit to Warrington, they've certainly done that.
And when you think the players, the personnel Bradford are missing, Patel, Gale, Ellimer, Sibbett, Ainscoe, Walker, Sykes, Donaldson, you know, there's players there who would be in the side without a doubt the starting lineup.
And that shows you the importance of having a big squad.
Burgess. And Scruton, of course, as well. Scruton, whose wife gave birth this morning. Go wide, a chance here. I think he is in, Jason Crooks. Oh, the referee again will want to look at the grounding. They've had 2 turned down by Ben Thaler. Is this going to be third time lucky?
Well, he's bounced it. Did he bounce it on the line or bounce it short? I think he's got to try him on first glance.
Well, we soon see from the head on.
That's a try.
Try, no worries.
Always wise to have just a little look upstairs if you're not 100% sure. And Jason Crooks made his Bulls debut 3 years ago. Gets his second try of 2012. Starting to establish himself in this team. A try against Wigan 2 weeks ago. Been out on loan at Witness and Sheffield in his career, only 21. But Jason Crooks, well, he gives Bradford hope for the latter stages of this one.
It was well worked as well. It was Jeffries that just took it onto the blind side, and that is a fantastic finish. Wonderful stuff. Squeezes into the corner. Nothing Joel Monaghan could do about that. You see that Breers just came out of the line slightly. Left Monaghan with too much to do. Nice finish.
I said last week that I thought John Bateman, who's starting out his career at Bradford, reminds me of a young Andy Farrell, and it was a good pass for him there. A lot of forwards want to show how strong they are and run over defenders. Nice vision, good pass to his winger for the try.
Samet hasn't managed to improve matters, but it's 22 points to 10. It's 2 converted tries. Well, Tony Smith looks as though he's a bit chilly on the sideline. It's gone quite cool tonight. Been raining as well. Difficult night for the players.
Certainly is, and the man of the moment is having to leave the field. Tony Smith feels that he has done enough, and boy, he certainly has, and that's Mickey Hyam that's been replaced.
Tony Smith, we saw him there, he won a couple of grand finals with Leeds, one in 2004 against the Bradford Bulls. He also shows a loss in his career in the grand finals in 2005 against Bradford.
What a take by Ben Jeffries. It looked for a moment as though he was going to sail out, and he just took it away on his fingertips.
Should he have left it though? That's the question. I think it might have gone out. Yeah, I think that would have gone out.
Warrington are trying to snuff out this possible revival. That was high on Alderson, wasn't it, from Carvel? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Not Alderson, it was Burgess.
Well, the way he felt it. No doubt about it, that Carvel just slipped high.
The 0-1-2 from Carvel and Morley.
Bradford spent about 20 minutes to start this second half by attacking Warrington's line. Will it make any difference here now? Is there any fatigue, and can they capitalise in the last 10 minutes? The margin meter is predicting that Bradford would win. I know they're 12 points behind. Statistically, they've been dominant in this second period. Can they make it pay?
It's a lovely break. Carvel couldn't touch him because he wasn't standing square.
Good work by Trent Waterhouse, though, wasn't it?
Great darting run it was from Diskin. It's put Bradford in this position with Langley.
To be fair, it does make a difference, Diskin, when it comes off, and something that Mick Potter utilises. Strange and Diskin interchanges them.
There's Keith Lulia. They're just 5 metres shy of the line, Bradford. Jeffries high, looking for the runner, but only finds Myler.
Great work from Myler.
10 to go.
Again, it was a perfect place kick by Jeffries.
Riley good on his feet. Quick play the ball. Away goes Joel Monaghan.
Great to see the two wingers combining there. Look at that's magnificent, the way that it just under the arms, takes a lot of pressure off the forwards. That was high.
Of course, high there. Diskin disagrees, but
Yeah,
McCarthy was slipping, I suppose. That may be why Diskin thinks he might have been given benefit of the doubt, but the referee's right round the chin.
Yeah, he dropped right into it, didn't he? Felt it as well. And this is where the likes of Lee Breers will say, where's the big fellas? Trundle it up, and here he comes.
Morley.
Stay out!
It was a good tackle by Bateman. Here's McCarthy. Getting down eventually.
Come on!
But look where Warrington are, right underneath the Bradford posts. Myler. On the run comes Wood. He's dropped to the ground on tackle number 3.
Waterhouse is out wide on this left-hand side. They're going that way.
Breers drop goal. Breers gets the 1 point. Just stretches the lead from 12 to 13. Smart play. I think his coach will agree. I know he's not a big fan of the 1-pointer all the time, but at 12 points, that is worth the gamble, and it comes off.
You might have heard Lee Breers call for that when they got the tap penalty. I think he said something like Razor said. It was a pre-planned play, wasn't it? From the tap penalty, 3 runs to get them to that position, with an emphasis on a quick play of the ball, so this guy was given time to put that kick in.
Yeah, clever play. He's been doing that for years. He controls everything, doesn't he?
There'll be scant consolation to the Bradford Bulls, but that's a compliment to them, really, I guess, as well. You know, 10 minutes to go, and Warrington are maybe thinking, right, we'll slow it down a little, get the ball back, but also that just stretch it away, just in case Bradford get over the line again and make it a little too close for comfort towards the end.
Yes, they now have to score 3 times.
Okay.
Myler going nowhere.
He got through a lot of work as well as Richard Myler.
I don't think he would play that on the mark, actually. Here is Stephen Ratchford. He's got Matty Blythe with him. Gets the ball to Matty Blythe, and in the end, scrambling defence from Heath Lestrange. Ratchford shoots into dummy half, gives it to Wood. Wood carrying the battle forward on his own. Oh, slips the pass brilliantly, finds Chris Hill. And Hill eventually is halted, but it's the last tackle. They are 8 metres away from the line. Back it comes to Breers again. Wide they go to Bridge. Good defence. Good defence on that far side. Lulia got to Chris Bridge. And will now play the ball. But look where they've turned the ball over, Warrington. Right in the corner.
Yeah, it was worth the gamble just going on the power play. They knew that. They had a comfortable lead.
Samet, he was meeting a Warrington Sarnie then.
To be fair, it was up and down display in the first half from Warrington, mainly due to the fact that Bradford really stuck into them. The defence was pretty solid. But as the game has progressed, you could just have that sense that Warrington just had far too much.
Harassing defence from Lee Breers now on Lulia. Loose pass, but I think that's going to be 6 to go. Play on. He wipes the tackle count down.
Well, he said that Warrington had the opportunity to regather the...
He's lost the ball there. He's lost the ball on the ground. Knock on. Head and feet coming to Warrington.
Well, it was poor play, really, wasn't it? You could see that Michael Platt had to turn around. It's a very tired-looking outfit now from the Bradford side. Breers is shouting out. Will we see a kick direct from the pass from the scrum base from Richard Myler.
He's again here, finds Matty Blythe, tries to go round Lestrange. Oh, gets the ball away again brilliantly to Bridge. You know, if and when Warrington or Bradford for that matter get to Old Trafford in October, they probably won't remember nights like this, but this is a sort of night when you are tested to the limit, isn't it?
They toughed it out.
There's Atkins, already registered his 100th try of his career tonight. Referee screams held as he goes down underneath a mountain of bodies. Myler, Breers. Oh, brilliantly picked up off his toes by Blythe. That's the 4th tackle gone. Lost a little bit of momentum, Warrington. Might get it back here with Hill and Wood.
Go for another one.
Morley, back to Myler. He's on his knees, he can still get up. Stabs the ball to the corner. And he had to shuttle that ball over the dead ball line, Jared Samet, so it's a goal line dropout here.
Warrington continued to build under pressure. Richie Myler, smart little kick. Now, why Warrington will come away with the points in this game, 2 competition points, and I guess ultimately that's the aim. I think Bradford might take a little bit more out of this game than the Warrington side. This is a great display from Bradford Bulls. They've been so up and down in their season so far. They had a win last week against Wakefield. It was important that they came here and put in a performance. If we're being honest, I don't think many people expected them to come here, to come to their home ground and win this game against Warrington tonight, but we were hoping that they would put in a performance. They've certainly done that, and a lot to build on for the rest of this season.
McCarthy, first appearance of the season for him. Last appearance actually came against the Bradford Bulls in a home win last July, 64 points to 6. That's a good ball again to Waterhouse, looking for his 2nd try. Warrington looking to wrap it up here with Ratchford, and he gets the ball to Wood. And he just held on to the ball as the Bradford defence came out. Ratchford on his own! And I think that's a bounce ball.
Yeah, well, he's going to go upstairs just to see, but I think I'm with you, Eddie. I think he just lost control there. He's a tall player, is Bradford.
He wasn't on the line anyway.
No, he's lost it completely.
He's shown some versatility since he started playing for Warrington. Here he's effectively playing like a hooker, isn't he? He's behind the play of the ball. Well, on that angle, it looks like a try, doesn't it?
Well, I think he's lost control of it, Phil.
Yeah, all right, I thought there was no issue that he grounds the ball.
He does well under pressure to transfer it.
Looks like a try.
I think, wasn't he short? No? Just slightly short. I mean, I know we've seen them given.
No try.
We have seen them given, but that's wiped away. It's a knock-on.
He's a very talented footballer. Phil, you're exactly right.
He's played at full-back and he can play very well in that position. He can play centre or stand-off. He's even, as you say, effectively operating around that ruck area, almost like a hooker. Yeah, it's the 2 halves. Interesting, Richie Myler and Stephen Ratchford out there. Both have come from Salford. Ended up with Warrington club, and I think Warrington are lucky to have them. They're 2 good footballers. Salford to be ruined the fact that they weren't, for whatever reason, able to hold on to both of those.
But they're going all right under Phil Davis.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to take anything away from what they're doing this season. I think 2
but you're right, yes.
2 English halves. They're
2 of their youngsters.
Absolute rare commodities.
What do they call them? Not homegrown. It's Federation, is it?
Colpack.
No. Well, the homegrown, isn't it? But that, I mean, I don't know whether that's the right phrase or not, but they're grown within the club.
Is it club friend?
Club, that'll do.
The most important thing about it is that Tony Smith realises, remember, when Lee Breers had to leave the field of play, both Ratchford and Richard Myler stepped up to the plate. And that's important. There may come a period throughout this season where they could be without Lee Breers. I hope that's not the case. Such an instrumental advantage to this Warrington outfit.
Well, he's 33 years young, is Lee. Needing 14 points to score 2,500 points for the Warrington Wolves. He'd be the first player ever to do so. And prior to tonight, 7 tries in his last 7 visits here at Odsal. But so far this evening, just the drop goal from him that has given Warrington this 13-point advantage.
And he'll settle for that. He knows that eat up the clock. And I've been impressed with the way that Warrington had to dig deep. Okay, they were perhaps a touch fortunate to go in with it was good work from Mickey Hyam that scored a try just before the half-time break. But they've dug deep.
Kick from Bree is that. An absolutely magnificent inch-perfect kick. Just watch this.
Experience, Eddie.
6 in the scrum outfit, guys.
Well, you put it down to. Keep turning them around, tire them out, time and time again. And how many years has he been doing it? It's just a shame in many ways that he did not have a more illustrious international career. Okay, I'm talking about Great Britain. I know he's played very, very well for Wales, but
I know where this is going. Can I put a break on this conversation?
No, well, there's no point now. There's no Great Britain, so there's no badge.
You know what? It's a great example. We see it so often in sport that the good teams get the results when they don't exactly play well. And I would say Warrington have not played well tonight. Certainly not as well as we know that they can.
They've not been allowed to play well.
A lot of that's come from this great Bradford performance. Or this better Bradford performance, I should say. But Warrington will still go away with 2 points and still be 13 points at this stage better off than Bradford in the game, and that is the sign of a good side.
And they also have this record of not losing in the opening 5 for the first time, and Bradford have lost 3 at home at the start of a season for the first time. Ratchford does brilliantly well.
Unbelievable step there under pressure. With the score as it is, you'd have perhaps thought that, oh, I'll just kick it out, I'll just run out under the touch, but it's the enthusiasm that is running through this side. They'll be impressed, Tony Smith, with the win. They've had to work hard, and there it is.
It has. They have had to work hard for this. And nice to see again that Chris Bridge just having a word there with Ben Jeffries. A difficult night for both sets of players. Bradford tested Warrington to the limit. A lot of people were talking about a cricket score tonight. Well, the conditions didn't really lend itself to that. And a physical battle that Warrington have had to withstand. Mick Potter making his way to the dressing room. He will be disappointed. And the Bradford crowd are disappointed. The boos you can hear in the background are for the officials as they make their way off the field. Warrington 3 points clear at the top of the table tonight, although at this early stage of the campaign nobody will be counting any chickens, that's for sure. Certainly not their coach